It's Steve. Thanks for joining me today. Hey, a couple things. I want to do a real quick garden update, and I want to talk about something kind of cool I found this morning. So, first, a quick garden update. We'll talk about some tomatoes. So your tomatoes are going crazy here. A couple different kinds of tomatoes mixed in, but they're pushing 10 feet. You see it climbing over the log rack, and that log rack's 5.5 feet tall. So, a little bit further, I bet you that would touch that roof. That's probably, what, 8 feet, 9 feet, somewhere in there. But just going crazy. Let's see, as we move forward through, you see here's our tomato wall that we created, our tomato fence line, and it's worked out really, really well. Basically what we did was we had some tomatoes, some Super 100 cherry tomatoes as an example, that just totally outgrew their cages. I created a video on that, so there's going to be a link right here on either the right or the left, depending on how I annotate this. Take you over to that video if you want to check that out. How we made that or how we set that up, and this is the aftermath, the after effect of how it's working. So it's about 5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall, and it's just doing great. Left the back open, cut some access holes here so we can get in there to harvest where we need to from the front, and away it goes. In the front of that we've got some peppers, all different types of peppers, hot and sweet peppers kind of in a row, and I've been pulling peppers off, and now that the weather's cooled down a bit, peppers are starting to come in big time. See, in front of that we've got, over here we got some carrots. You see we got some tulsi, some holy basils. We got some nasturtiums, I believe those are. In here we got some parsley in the back. We got some lavender, some other herbs here for our beneficial friends, which we'll talk about in just a minute. You see these tomatoes are just coming in like gangbusters now that the weather's broken, the heat's broken. We got a little bit of rain, cool nights, and the tomatoes are just going crazy. And here's our access into the back. You see we left the back of that tomato wall open, which just works real well. You can get in there and harvest probably 75% of the back, and then a couple access holes in the front to get into the front where we need to. Here's a container test for a yellow zucchini. We've already harvested one of those. We got some carrots and so on, but here's some summer squash. You see those are starting to come in. It took their time, but they're coming in now. But that's not what I wanted to show you. The primary thing I want to show you today is Mr. Hornworm. You see we got a hornworm here with a bunch of white things hanging on its back, and we want to talk about what those are. And those are cocoons for a braconid wasp, a parasitic wasp. And what they'll do is they'll lay their eggs on the back of the hornworm and build the cocoons, and as the larvae emerge, they'll go ahead and digest the hornworm from the inside and kill him in the process. Resulting in many more beneficial parasitic wasps for future hornworms and other pests. So, good things there. So if you see these in your garden, you're going to want to go ahead and leave them be. If you see hornworms without them, you're obviously going to want to take care of them because they're just going to do some more damage for you and cause more problems. But if you see these are good. These are your friends, and help out. So, just my comments there. And then just one more note in the garden here too. This whole garden is grown. I don't use any pesticides or insecticides. I don't use any chemical fertilizers. This was all created, this is a first year garden, created with compost and just organic soil, and then it's just a 6-inch raised bed. And then I spray it maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks with some comfrey tea. I basically take the comfrey, put it in water, and let it sit for a couple weeks, and then use that in an exfoliator sprayer. See it over here in the container. So, and that's what we do, and those are our results. So even through the heat of the summer and the dry period, this is just going crazy. Pulled out probably close to 40 pounds of food out of this garden already this year for a first year garden. So, and see our corn here is just an experiment. This is some bird seed that sprouted, and I'm just letting it go just for the heck of it. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them below. If you're interested in seeing some of the future videos I have coming, one's going to be the comfrey tea. I'm working on that right now. Go ahead and subscribe, and you get notified when it gets posted. So, or swing by Enjoy Time Gardening. I'm going to write a post here about our little braconid wasps and our tomato hornworms, and then I'm going to probably continue on with the whole series on beneficial insects. So, as well as organic fertilizers. So, I thank you for your time, and this is Steve checking out. Have a great day.